Thanks for having me. So a little bit about me that Lisa didn't tell you about. I am a professional communicator. I've been in communications my entire professional career, over 25 years. I actually knew I wanted to go into communications and writing in 5th grade and won't bore you with the details. I am an integrated chief marketing officer. What that means is that I come from a very holistic viewpoint, and my experience is very, very broad as opposed to very deep by industry or vertical. So if you name anything that falls under the broad category of marketing, communications, public relations, media, product development, I have probably touched it in the course of my career. So as an integrated marketer, I always start with data. I go to the research and I look at the data that exists. And so as part of that approach, I always say, let's learn from the masters. So a couple quotes that I pulled: you can have brilliant ideas, but if you can't get them across, your ideas won't get you anywhere. Lee Iacocca turned companies around based on that philosophy. And my beliefs, these are just sort of two of my philosophies. Good communications lead to better understanding and mutual confidence, as well as providing cohesive brand identity and common vision to all shareholders. So why do we need a marketing plan? I love how many businesses don't have a marketing plan or don't have a marketing component in their business plan, which is another option. So a marketing plan, like a business plan, is a roadmap to get you from point A to point B. How do you know where you're going if you don't have a roadmap? So this is really, at the essence, a high-level marketing plan outline. If you have nothing else, this is what you should have. So an executive summary, 1 page, typically, that summarizes the whole plan. You write that last. A background, and I'm going to dive into each of these areas. A background, situational analysis, your primary marketing goals and objectives, and we're going to talk about how those are different. Your market analysis and overview, we're going to spend a lot of time on that because that's really the meat of it. Your marketing strategies, your marketing action plan and budget, and then your success and measurement. New business development, sales call, lead gen, how many calls per day, how many calls per week, per month, how many appointments are you generating. These are all things you can track. How many of those are you converting? And then that's where you can track your cost per lead and your cost per conversion. Those are harder depending on what you're doing to track. I personally don't track those for my business right now. But how many calls do you make? How many are you closing? That's where you sort of get your sales close ratio. And again, is there an industry average that you can benchmark it against? Webcast, podcast, direct mail, social media, all of these things you can measure with key performance indicators. I personally have 4 scorecards that I measure. I measure lead generation, I measure branding, I measure social media, and I measure public relations. And I measure those 4 areas every